Welcome to today's episode, where we journey through the fascinating world of biology to explore one of the most critical topics in science, heredity and evolution. This is your complete audio guide for students to understand every concept, term, and discovery related to this chapter. So plug in your earphones, grab your notebook, and let's dive right in. Segment 1. Heredity and hereditary changes. Heredity is the transfer of biological characters from one generation to another via genes. Gregor Johann Mendel is known as the father of modern genetics. Although his research took a long time to be understood, it laid the foundation for the science of heredity. In 1901, Hugo de Vries explained sudden hereditary changes through his mutation theory. The following year, in 1902, Walter Sutton observed paired chromosomes in grasshopper cells, which further advanced our understanding of inheritance. In 1944, Oswald Avery, McCarty, and MacLeod demonstrated that DNA, not proteins, is the genetic material in all organisms except viruses. Later, in 1961, French scientists François Jacob and Jacques Monod proposed a model for protein synthesis in bacterial cells. Their work helped uncover the genetic codes hidden in DNA and led to the rise of recombinant DNA technology, which is widely used in genetic engineering. Segment 2. Transcription, translation, and translocation. Genes present in the form of DNA use RNA to control cell structure and function. DNA holds the instructions for protein synthesis. This information is transcribed into RNA in a process called transcription. In transcription, mRNA is created from a DNA template using only one DNA strand. The RNA sequence is complementary to the DNA strand and contains uracil instead of thymine. After transcription, mRNA moves from the nucleus to the cytoplasm, where it carries the coded message. Each triplet of nucleotides, called a triplet codon, corresponds to a specific amino acid. Dr. Har Gobind Khorana played a key role in identifying codons for all 20 amino acids, earning him a Nobel Prize in 1968. In translation, tRNA reads these codons and brings the required amino acids. Each tRNA has an anticodon that complements the mRNA codon. Ribosomes, with the help of rRNA, join the amino acids using peptide bonds. This process continues through translocation, where the ribosome moves along the mRNA by one codon length, ultimately forming proteins that control cellular functions. And traits. Segment 3. Mutation. Sometimes genes undergo sudden changes. This is called mutation. A mutation may be minor or significant. One example of a genetic disorder caused by mutation is sickle cell anemia. Mutations lead to genetic variations, which are key drivers of evolution. Segment 4. Evolution. Evolution is the gradual change in living organisms over a long time. Initially, life didn't exist on Earth. Simple organic and inorganic compounds formed in the oceans, eventually giving rise to proteins and nucleic acids. Primitive cells emerged, some of which adapted better to their environment and survived. Over time, millions of species evolved, ranging from unicellular organisms like amoeba to complex beings like humans and whales. Evolution includes changes from the universe's formation to the biosphere and the emergence of new species via natural selection. Segment 6. Historical theories and philosophical views. Different cultures, including Indian, Chinese, Roman, and Greek, explored the origins of life through poetry, stories, and sacred texts. These ancient theories contributed to the modern understanding of evolution. Segment 6. Evidences of evolution. Morphological evidence. Similar physical features like eye placement, ear pinnae, and hair in animals or leaf structures in plants suggest common ancestry. Anatomical evidence. Despite different functions, the bone structures in human hands, ox legs, whale flippers, and bat wings are similar, indicating shared ancestry. Vestigial organs. Organs like the appendix, tailbone, ear muscles, and wisdom teeth are remnants of functional structures in ancestors. These are non-functional in humans, but useful in other animals like ear. Paleontological evidence. Fossils provide insight into ancient life. These remains are preserved due to natural events like floods or volcanic eruptions. Carbon dating. Developed by Willard Libby, carbon dating determines fossil age using the decay of C14. This technique has been vital in anthropology and paleontology. Embryological evidence. Embryos of fish, chickens, pigs, and humans look similar in early stages, proving a shared origin. Connecting links. Some animals show features from two groups. Peripatus is a link between annelids and arthropods. The duck-billed platypus lays eggs like reptiles but has mammalian traits. Lungfish breathe air despite being fish. Segment 7. Darwin's Theory of Natural Selection. Charles Darwin collected a vast range of specimens. He published his observations in Origin of Species, introducing natural selection. Organisms reproduce prolifically. In the struggle for survival, only the fittest survive and pass on beneficial traits to the next generation. Over time, this leads to new species. Though widely accepted, Darwin's theory had criticisms. Natural selection isn't the only factor in evolution. It lacks explanation for useful versus useless traits. It doesn't cover slow and sudden changes. Despite this, Darwin's theory remains a milestone. Segment 8. Lamarckism. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck proposed that evolution occurs through the use or disuse of organs. For example, giraffes developed long necks by stretching for food. Blacksmiths gained strong arms from frequent hammering. Birds like ostriches lost flight due to lack of use. He believed these acquired traits were passed on. Although the idea of acquired traits being inherited was disproved, his insights into structural changes were valuable. Segment 9. Speciation. New species form due to genetic variation, geographical separation, and reproductive isolation. Each species adapts to its environment, food sources, and breeding conditions. Segment 10. Human evolution. Human evolution traces back 7 crore years. Monkey-like ancestors evolved into apes and then humans. Tail disappeared about 4 crore years ago. Hands and brains developed. Ramapithecus was an early ancestor found in India and Africa. Australopithecus evolved 40 lakh years ago. Skilled humans appeared 20 lakh years ago. Upright humans appeared 15 lakh years ago. Homo sapiens evolved around 1 lakh years ago, discovering fire and tools. Neanderthal man lived some 1.5 lakh years ago. Cro-Magnon man emerged 50,000 years ago. Agriculture began some 10,000 years ago. Writing was developed some 5,000 years ago, leading to the dawn of history and civilization. Closing segment. Key scientists. Gregor Mendel, Laws of Inheritance. Hugo de Vries, Mutation Theory. Walter Sutton, Chromosome Theory. Oswald Avery and team, DNA is Genetic Material. Jacob and Monod, Protein Synthesis. Har Gobind Khorana, Triplet Codons. Willard Libby, Carbon Dating. Charles Darwin, Natural Selection. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, Acquired Characteristics.